Okay, so we've got a Ciara album, and this is her most recent project, which is called Jackie. So with this, if you don't know who Ciara is, she's dropped numerous albums now, but she's basically in her 10th year in the game by the time 2015 rolled around. So the main thing about it is she's known for her kind of outgoing personality and ability to get these events started, that sort of thing. She has a penchant for it, and it's been peppered throughout her albums. But it feels almost like the the pendulum has shifted the other way or something. Like I'm trying to figure out the context, or like the window has closed on her, which is unfortunate. She's always managed to get hits off of each of her projects, but I think a lot of people, if you can still say they care, it's concerning. So that's something that's one of the few weaknesses that Ciara has. I didn't really consider her to burn out after her Goodies album. That was something that came out that was definitely successful. I think she's managed to stick around, and her albums continue to thrive. But really, the things that you get from Ciara is the ability to liven the place up and also exert positive energy and be able to stay in a good mood. These are things that Ciara does. She seems to have like a cleaner image. There are times where I feel like she may have had some dark traces to her, but for the most part, it's really kind of healthy. But at the same time, she has dated rappers in the past, and really some of that influence does show up. So you get that. This is playing good for going out. Now, obviously, there are club songs, dance songs, having a good time songs. There's definitely people who can do it just as good. But if you are having a lack of people that you do not know about, this is definitely a good catalog of someone to look up. So, thing about it is the production on this project was real ready to go. I mean, once again, for people, I don't know how many years consecutively you can go out and just go dance and have a good time. If you're doing that from age 20 to age 36 or so, it might get stale, but these collection of songs sound as if nothing ever changed, which is it's good for Ciara that this happened, and it's exciting to continue to do this. But most people are wondering, when does it get old? That's pretty much the only thing. But there's several songs that do it. There's 11 songs on this project. I basically liked about 8 of them. Dance Like We're Making Love, Lullaby, One Woman Army, Give Me Love. These are all, this is how I'm feeling, that's how I'm feeling. A lot of these really kind of capture these moments. And if I had to predict exactly how they sound, it kind of sounds like a mixture of David Guetta, LMFAO, and possibly a few other cats that are known for that sort of thing. I can't really find a rapper that's similar to her these days, but I'd probably say you just got good stuff going. So maybe, yeah, it's just not coming to me. So LMFAO, David Guetta, these sorts of cats, but with a female perspective to it, and then you're golden. But the songs that you need to listen to, the good songs, the only 3 songs I did not like were Jackie, the first song, BMF, I Bet, and I Got You. Now, the 6 songs that I did like were That's How I'm Feeling, Lullaby, Dance Like We're Making Love, Stuck on You, Give Me Love, and One Woman Army. All of these, like I said, they have like this sort of style, it should not make you want to sit still. That's the main thing about it, is most of these, when I listen to it, it may not feel like there's as immediate of a radio song, which is about the only weakness, but really, if you need extra things to fill out playlists, this is going to work extremely well. That's basically about the only weakness to this project. It's not so much that the quality of these songs are bad, it's just questioning how many people are still going to seek this album out. That's really the only thing. If you've overlooked, if you've outgrew her, if you're done, you think you can live without it, I don't recommend that attitude. But, obviously, all I'm saying is that it does not have the mega hot single to carry this project. But a couple almost songs songs, I'm kind of still mulling over, are the songs Fly and Kiss and Tell. So Kiss and Tell kind of has a little bit, beat gets a little frustrating, but Fly, the hook on that song just felt a little bit dramatic. So that's basically the only thing, but otherwise these are two good songs to check out further. So I'm going to give this album a 7.5 out of 10, because 8 out of 11 is, extremely well put together. I'd give that basically a 9.5, but that's presuming that I enjoy this project, or enjoy the two songs I told you about. So otherwise, if I don't, I'd give it like a 6 or a 6.5, because 6 out of 11 is about middle of the road. But considering I'm not sure how I'd score it, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Really, it'd be a 9.5 if I liked it, like I said. But the future, this just came out almost 1 year ago. So Ciara, it's in question what she's doing. It's hard to really describe that sort of thing, just because, we're having to embrace newer artists, but really, there's nothing like remembering something and realizing that it's still good, despite the fact that things might have shifted away from her. So this is still paramount. The social score is, how well it plays around groups of people. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, just because it lacks the single and, the consensus on it. But really, heads up, this is surprise hit music. So, can it be topped? I think the answer is just about, but this is still collectively good. So subscribe for more fun. I give Ciara's Jackie a 7.5 out of 10 and a 5 social.